Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Mind of a Nerd. So this time we're going to be looking at something else I've been working on. It is through a game engine called Unity. It's a project that a couple of my friends are going to be working on. So we were planning on doing it in the new CryEngine, but I'm not entirely sure when that's coming out. So I'm just testing Unity for now and playing around with that. So the project that we're working on is really early stages. We haven't even really got any main ideas down. So I'm just testing out the engine and getting familiar with it. And so I did some work on it yesterday and a bit more today, just on a basic environment so I can get the hang of it. And here it is here, just a basic island. And you can see there's a skybox and stuff like that put in. All of this is done through the Unity engine, so basically you just throw it all together, all the models and stuff like that, like these trees here, they all come prepackaged, so they're all stock stuff, so you just throw them in where you want them. And of course you can alter the scripts and stuff like that, so eventually you'd be altering it a lot more in the game, but this is just an early test demo to see what it's like. So as you can see, this is a fairly, it looks maybe small to you, but this is actually a fairly large map when we actually test it out. And there's a whole bunch of different components put in together here. There's multiple levels of texture mapping on here. There's dynamic lighting, different models of trees and such. Here, if I can zoom in on some of these. So you can see there's like palm trees there and other types of trees over here. There's some particle effects, splashes in the water. There's a waterfall over here. Yeah, so it's pretty basic right now, but we can actually test it out just to see what it looks like if we hit play here. So as you can see, here we are, and it's in a first-person view right now, so like a first-person FPS kind of view. So I can control the movement with my mouse just by looking back and forth, and move around with WASD. Jump is the spacebar. There's some fog, which I don't know if I totally like. Maybe change that a little bit. But you can see there's also some 3D grass on the ground, which moves back and forth with the wind. And so yeah, I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. One sec. Let's grab the character here. We will make max forward speed, change this to maybe like 25 or something. Now we should be motoring along if we play again. So you can see the spawn point is right here in the center. Well, on the edge, but it was in the center of the screen. So now we're moving a lot quicker, and we're on the outskirts of the island. So we're going to move up here. And you can see as we move, it's kind of hard to notice, but sometimes the trees will realign themselves a little better, so the angle of the ground matches how they're pointing. So here we go, coming up the mountainside here. Remember how I said that it looked fairly small earlier? It's actually a really gigantic map, just for a little island like this. There's some more grass, different colors in there. And if we look over here, you can see that we've got a nice little lake up here. So you can have different levels of water and stuff. There's some nice effects on the edge of the water there, as you can see. Not perfect, but you know, it's okay. And on the other side of the lake here, sorry for the lag, it's a little laggy, I got a couple of the programs running. It actually looks better if we walk over there. And there's nothing under the water right now. Thinking of adding a blur and a slight blue tinge effect or something along those lines, just to give a little more realism or something. So we can come over and we can take a look at the particle effect coming off the waterfall here. Just looks like it's feeding into the lake, which is kind of nice. And yeah, so that's basically the introduction here. The Unity engine's really nice because it's cross-platform, so you can use it on like Android devices, you can develop iPhone devices or apps and stuff like that, although those cost money, so if that's what we ended up doing, we'd have to pitch in a little bit of money for that. But yeah, it's really dynamic and easy to use, so pretty much anybody can use it, and I think it's a pretty good collaborative tool as well. But yeah, so this is just a basic terrain. I was just learning how to do this. Eventually we're going to have different mobs and AI and stuff like that, so it actually makes sense. I won't reveal any more information really on what the game's going to be about, but it might be using this engine if we decide to go with it. So that's another episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.